Hello, we're here with Lynda Gray. Lynda is the Executive Director of the Urban Native Youth Association. Hi, Lynda.
Hi.
Can you tell us a little bit about your background?
Sure. I'm a member of the Tsimshian Nation from in B.C. on the Northwest Coast of what's now known as Canada. I grew up in East Vancouver and the projects down here. I am a mother of 2 adult children and I work at UNYA.
What characteristics do you think all leaders should possess?
I think they should have a bit of humbleness for sure, and confidence, and a willingness to learn. It's a lifelong process. I think that you need to be open, you need to be generous to share of yourself and your knowledge, and you need to be willing to learn from other people no matter what circumstance or that they come from or what age they are or what kind of preconceived notions you might have about what they do or do not know.
Great. What advice would you give for people who may be entering a leadership role for the first time?
I think that people just really need to try to recognize that they are leaders in their lives no matter what they're doing. If they're making a positive decision, whether it's about going to school and encouraging other young people to go to school, or they're learning their culture, like that's leadership into themselves. So I encourage people to take compliments as they're meant so that they can actually start to believe in themselves and build upon their leadership skills and share that with other young people.
How do you develop new leaders?
Well, right now I think it's an ongoing thing. I think we should always be trying to teach each other and to learn from each other. So I think leadership is an ongoing process, and everybody is a leader. Everybody is either a leader in their own personal life or in their family or in their community or where they work. So what I try to help people recognize is that truth, so that people don't think only people who are in positions such as myself are leaders. So one of the things that we're doing at UNYA right now is we're doing leadership focus groups so that we can help youth to recognize that they are leaders in their lives right now. Even somebody who's in a gang is a leader, like he's teaching somebody's going to follow him, so we just want them to be positive leaders. So we try to encourage that. So we're doing some focus groups right now. We're going to do our first leadership retreat at the spring break this year, which is really exciting. So we're doing a series of workshops and we're going to have elders there. And we're really trying to build upon culture because we think culture is the basis. I call it culture as therapy, as many other people do, because it really builds that sense of self-esteem and pride and belonging, which we think is a great way to encourage leadership amongst young people.
Lynda, you're also the author of a national bestseller, First Nations 101. What brought about your authorship of this book?
Well, as a Native person, I was always asked, all these questions about Native issues, especially when I was in college and university. So I recognize that there's a profound ignorance about our shared history with non-Native people in Canada and the United States. So I really thought that people have a hunger for this information, and if people are willing to ask questions in a respectful way because they really want to know things so that they can understand, I was more than willing to answer that question. But one person can only answer so many questions. So I'm a really practical person, so I just thought, okay, well, we need to do something. So I decided to write First Nations 101, and then I tried to make it into as an accessible book as possible by only having a few pages on each subject and then resources of where they could learn more. And recently I've been calling it the perfect bathroom book because it's only 2 or 3 pages each. Some people think that's insulting, but I don't care where people read it as long as they read it and learn. The book is now our national bestseller, and it's been used in colleges and universities in Canada and the United States. It's for sale from Vancouver to Toronto and up into the territories in the Yukon, and it's sold by Reclaiming Youth down in the United States. And I donate $1 from each sale of the book. Even if I give the book away, I give $1 to the Native Youth Centre Capital Campaign in Vancouver.
Lynda, you self-published your book. Can you tell me how that came about?
I had signed with a publisher and that didn't work out, so I decided to publish myself so that I'd have autonomy with the book so that I could do what I wanted with it. So I taught myself how to design a book and a book cover and through YouTube videos. So that was lots of fun. And then read that there's actually a lot of resources online. In fact, I wouldn't have been able to write the book without having access to internet and a lot of the reports that were online. It would have taken a lot longer. And there's lots of resources on how to self-publish and how to self-promote and that sort of thing. So I decided to self-publish, and thank goodness for Visa, because I was able to order some books and get them delivered and out the door. So
Thank you very much for your time.
okay. Thank you for coming.